Good morning, all my bass fishing freaks. It's your captain, Big Rai, on the SS Muscle Bass, and we are on Lake Pleasant, good old Lake Pleasant, here in Phoenix, Arizona, and it is the day after Christmas. Haven't been out here in a while, so we're just gonna swing for the fences, hope we catch some fish. It's a little chilly this morning, that's the way we like it, but that's all right. I think I'm gonna run up, obviously north. The river here is closed for the eagle spawn or whatever they got going on. So it limits some of the spots we're gonna be able to fish, which is totally cool with me. And we're gonna go out there and try to catch them. So I'm gonna film as much as I can on the fish bites, because I know you guys love that. And we're gonna have a good time. My boat's making some funny sounds, so that's always good. But yeah, I haven't been out here in a while. Bite's been tough for me. Been everywhere, been Saguaro, Bartlett, been everywhere, Roosevelt, but haven't been to Pleasant. So, you know, a lot of guys have mixed reviews on Pleasant. I don't mind it out here, it's cool. We catch them once in a while. So I'll give you guys a report here. Stay tuned, let's go. Woo! All right, we've been fishing for about 30 minutes, and we have caught ourselves a good Lake Pleasant bass, a fat one. Fishing a little Alabama rig right now, and I've had a couple bites. This is the first one I've connected with. Fishing relatively shallow, I think like 10 feet of water. Water temp is about 58, so not super cold. And I think it's gonna be a good day. It's a good way to start the morning. Nice little 3.5 pounder. Let's get this girl back and let's catch some more. Let's go. So I wanted to show you guys a little Alabama rig setup. I get a lot of questions like, hey, what do you use to throw it? How do you throw it? What ARig do you use? What baits do you put on it? Because there's a million different options. But this is what I use. So this is a Umbrella rig. I use the big one. The reason I use the big one, and I like the Flash Mob Junior, it's a smaller version, and those are great, but I feel like those fall apart after a fish or two, they snap, and I don't really like that. So I like going heavier duty, especially if I'm fishing lakes that have a lot of wood and I'm cranking through that wood. So the Umbrella, I'm just using swim baits. I think I got two different kinds on. This one's a Kitech. This one is I don't even know. But just shad color, you know, white and black, really can't go wrong. I like using 1/4 ounce heads. These are actually a Bass Pro Shop jig head, swim jig head. And they're 1/4 ounce, but the heavy wire hook, as you can see, this one's kind of bent up. But if you're getting snagged in the trees, you can yank this thing out and you're not bending your hooks and then having to rebend them all the time. The big thing though with Alabama rigs, I really believe, is the setup. If you have the wrong setup, it's just not going to be enjoyable and you're not going to catch as many fish. So I've found that this Bass Pro Shops cranking stick, this is the 710 mag heavy, so it's a big rod, works great for Alabama rigs, and I honestly think it's the best bang for your buck Alabama rig rod out there. It's a cranking rod, but it just loads up perfectly. If I get a fish on, I don't lose them on this rod, and I love this rod. It's comfortable. It's just made for cranking, so it's a good rod, and I'm throwing it on a Daiwa Tatula 7.3, if you can see there, with braid. I think I got 65-pound braid. Some guys throw it on like the mono fluoro mix line, whatever. That works good too. I just have a lot of faith in braid. And like I said, if you're fishing wood, which I try to fish this in wood, especially out here on Lake Pleasant, you're gonna want something to really rip that A-rig out of there. And then just having your blades. If you don't have any arm that doesn't have a hook on it, put a blade on it. In Arizona, you can only run two baits, 2 hooks, basically. A lot of Alabama rigs, you can run 3 or 5 or whatever. But I take the one hook off and I just put a blade, or even, you know, you can cut a hook off and put a dummy rig. But that's as simple as it gets for Alabama rigs. Great setup, doesn't cost a lot of money, and it works, and it puts fish in the boat. So check it out. Wrapping up the morning here on Lake Pleasant. Definitely a good bite. It definitely was a lot better in the morning when I got out here right away, I mean, literally caught a fish like on my second cast. So I thought we'd really beat them up, but as the day progressed, it slowed down a lot. It's about 1 o'clock right now. Hadn't caught nothing for about an hour and a half, so we're gonna head out of here. But other than that, get out here early, or earlier. I think I was on the water by like 7:30 today, which isn't super early, but early enough for the wintertime when it's cold out. And Alabama rig is pretty much what I threw all day, and caught some stripers on it too, which is why I like throwing the ARig out here on Pleasant, especially this time of year, because you can catch big largemouth, big striper. It's just a good bait to power fish. Water temps are anywhere from, the lowest I've seen was like 58. I've seen almost 60 in some of these back bays. So I'd get out on Pleasant. I think it's one of the better bites right now, especially if you just want to come out and catch fish because the stripers are around. So if you guys want an up-to-date fishing report, shoot me a text, 920-676-3008. Or if you want some tips, you want some info, whatever, shoot me a text. If you want to come fishing, shoot me a text, whatever. I want to help you guys catch more fish, have more fun out here on these Arizona lakes. They're a ton of fun, guys. And the wintertime is a great time to be out here. Weather's beautiful. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the water. Let's go.